Hello students, today we will discuss about explanations of the way of the world. Okay. Oh, I hate a lover that can dare to think he draw a moment's air. Independent of the bounty of his mistress, there is not so impudent in a thing in nature as the saucy look of an assured man confident of success. The pedantic arrogance of a very husband is not so pragmatical in air. I shall never marry unless I am first made sure of my will and pleasure. Okay? इसका कॉन्टेक्स्ट है Lady Wishford has been contriving to marry Sir Whitfield with Millamant, and so Mrs. Fennell shuts them forcibly in a room. He is badly drunk and is not able to talk to her properly. In the meantime, Mirabel reaches there and complains that he has been searching for her for a long time while she has shut herself up in the room in this manner. Explanation है here Millamant talks about love and lovers. Okay. According to her, the greatness and charm of love increase as much as one asks for it from his beloved, though it may happen in everyday life of man. She believes that a true lover should always depend upon the mercy and kindness of the beloved and should not separate himself from her even for a moment. If he considers himself independent, he is not a true lover. If a man thinks that he has succeeded in love, he is certainly miserable, because the feeling of satisfaction in the eyes of lover is the symbol that love is coming to an end. There is nothing so impudent in nature as the impertinent look a man who is confident of his success in love. She compares the condition of a husband and a lover and tells that a husband has self-assurance that his love has been completed after marriage, but a lover is self-confident. The ideas of husband are does not prove what self deceptions. At last she comes to explain the real intention, that she will not be ready to marry him unless she is sure that she will enjoy her own life and shall be free to live as she please. She will marry only when she feels pleasure in it and not before. The wit of Millamant is quite clear in the dialogue. In the Restoration Society, marriage and love were two different things, and man and woman had their own conditions and considerations about them. This is a very famous scene when Mirabel and Millamant put their conditions before each other and that they will marry only if these conditions are settled. This shows that for them marriage is a contract and a settlement, and that they consider marriage as bondage and loss of their pleasure and freedom. लेडी विशफोर्ड सर विल्फुल तथा मिलामेंट के विवाह की योजना बना रही है और श्रीमती फैनल उन्हें ज़बरदस्ती कमरे में बंद कर देती है। वह बुरी तरह नशे में है और बात भी नहीं कर पाता। इसी बीच मिराबेल वहाँ पहुँच जाता है। वह शिकायत करता है कि वह उसे बहुत समय से ढूंढ रहा है और वह इस कमरे में बंद है। मिलामेंट उससे प्रेम व प्रेमियों के बारे में पूछती है। वह कहती है कि प्रेम की महानता इतनी ही अधिक होती है जितना वह प्रेमिका से चाहता है। सच्चे प्रेमी को सदैव प्रेमिका की दया पर निर्भर रहना चाहिए और क्षण के लिए वो उससे अलग नहीं होना चाहिए। यदि वह स्वयं को स्वतंत्र मानता है तो वह सच्चा प्रेमी नहीं है। यदि पुरुष ये समझ ले कि वह प्रेम में सफल हो गया है तो वह कष्ट में है, क्योंकि प्रेमी का संतोष प्रेम की समाप्ति का चिन्ह है। वह पति व प्रेमी की तुलना करती है। पति में यह आत्मसंतोष होता है कि विवाह के पश्चात उसका प्रेम पूर्ण हो गया है, परंतु प्रेमी में आत्मविश्वास होता है कि पति के विचार स्वयं को धोखा देते हैं। उसका वास्तविक अर्थ ये है कि वह उससे तब तक विवाह नहीं करेगी जब तक उसे ये विश्वास ना हो जाए कि वह अपने जीवन का जैसे चाहे स्वतंत्रता पूर्वक आनंद उठाएगी। रेस्टोरेशन समाज में प्रेम तथा विवाह अलग चीज़ें थीं। मिराबेल व मिलामेंट विवाह के लिए अपनी शर्तें रखते हैं और ये बहुत प्रसिद्ध दृश्य माना जाता है कि वे विवाह को बंधन मानते हैं और ये एकमात्र समझौता होता है। ओके, नेक्स्ट है Mr. Miravel seduced me. I am not the first that he has wheedled with his dissembling tongue. Your ladyship's own wisdom has been deluded by him. Then how should I, a poor ignorant, defend myself? इसका कॉन्टेक्स्ट है, the intrigue of Mirabel is developing with great success. But once Mrs. Marwood overhears the conversations between Fowell and Mrs. Fainall, and thus the whole secrecy has been destroyed. Mrs. Marwood instigated Fainall and promised that she would disclose the mischief of Mirabel. For the reason of talking with Mirabel, Fowell is late, and when Lady Wishford calls her for this delay, she forgets a story to defend herself. इसकी explanation है, she tells the lady that Mirabel speaks very sweetly and he had deceived her also in the same way. She tells that she was helpless before his charming talks. Then she tells that when Mirabel had succeeded in deceiving a wise lady like Wishford herself, she, an illiterate woman, was quite easily entrapped. She was deceived by her conversation so deeply that she felt flattered and started believing that this young man really loved the lady. So he had succeeded in befooling the experienced lady, and she had fallen in love with him. It was impossible of an inexperienced like her to save herself from his mischief. She found no way to resist his talks, and he won over her. This speech shows that Fowell is more intelligent than her mistress. Not only the fashionable women, but even the servants were involved in love intrigues and cooperated or deceived their master and mistress. फॉविल के देर से आने पर लेडी बहुत अधिक क्रोधित हो जाती है, परंतु वह झूठ बोलकर अपना बचाव करती है। वह लेडी को बताती है कि मिराबेल बहुत मीठा बोलता है और उसने भी उसे इसी प्रकार धोखा दिया। वह बताती है कि वह उसकी आकर्षक बातों के सामने असहाय थी। वह ये भी कहती है कि जब मिराबेल ने विस्फोट के सामने बुद्धिमान स्त्री को धोखा देने में सफलता पा ली तो उसके सामने अनपढ़ स्त्री तो आसानी से उसके जाल में फंस गई। उसने उसके साथ वार्तालाप में ऐसा धोखा खाया कि वह उसके कहने में आ गई और ये विश्वास करने लगी कि वह वास्तव में लेडी से प्रेम करता है। अतः उसने लेडी जैसी अनुभवी स्त्री को मूर्ख बना दिया और वह उससे प्रेम करने लगी। तो फॉविल के समान अनुभवहीन स्त्री को उसकी दुष्टता से स्वयं को बचाना असंभव था। अतः वह उसकी बातों का विरोध न कर सकी और उसने विजय प्राप्त कर ली। These are the closing comments in the way of the world, and Have Congreve seems to be imparting a valuable lesson to the pupil in general. The mischief of Fainall has brought him nothing but a public insult because Mary for him was a means of getting money. The lust of Lady Wishford has been made the object of public ridicule, and the lovers Mirabel and Millamant have been united in a marriage. The play thus ends a comic and pleasing atmosphere. Okay. Through Mirabel, Congreve tells the fraud and cheating always end in trouble and insult. Lady Wishford feels relieved when Mirabel comes forward and destroys the intrigue of Fainall. He returns all the papers of property to Mrs. Fainall, who is the real claimant of the wealth. Now Mirabel advised that the happiest thing is that the husband and wife must develop mutual relations. If one of them adopts the wrong way, the other is also bound to the same. So the married people should carefully keep themselves away from falsehood. In that case, their matrimonial relationship will be completely destroyed and their life would be troublesome and they will have to pay heavily for it. They must remember that if the husband is false, the wife will also be false to him, and so their relations are bound to be poisoned. These lines are just like a moral teaching, but in fact that reveal the spirit of the play. The dramatist wants to create the impression that mutual faith is very necessary for happy married life, and all that was happening in the fashionable circles was quite wrong because it was damaging the roots of a strong family and social setup.